Hello and welcome to another video, and today we are finally doing the video tutorial for how to mod Motogp 19. I know I said I'd do it quite a while ago, because obviously you can see on the post here it says will be uploaded soon. That was on the 11th of June, it's now the 2nd of July, so it has been quite a while, so apologies for that, but I thought, you know what, it's probably about the right time to do it now. So obviously this is the text version, so I'll leave a link to this in the description if you just want to come here and follow the text version. That's all good. It's the same thing. It's got all of the information you could need on there. So it's adapted from the Motogp 18 one by Geonix. I also you need to download this, which is the modding tools, and I'll be showing you how to use them in the video. And it also shows you how to use them in this text tutorial as well. So you can pick either, but I'm assuming you're probably going to stay with the video. But if you're not, then that's fine. I don't mind. You're also going to need the Epic Games launcher. Yeah, I know. Probably quite a lot of you will have it. Obviously, you know, Fortnite was a pretty big thing. You know, not that long ago. And you also need Python 2.7. It is definitely 2.7 you need. No other versions will work, and I'm not sure. So, like let's say if you have Python for a different reason already, if you have a different version, I think that can sort of interfere with it a little bit. So I just tend to keep just 2.7 installed. But once you downloaded everything, you have to go into Epic Games Launcher once you've loaded it, as you can see on my projects, and you need to install Unreal Engine version 4.21.2. That is the version that Motogp 19 uses, so you have to use this one. If you know, if you've already got some other ones installed or you haven't, you got to click this plus here, and it'll come up with this, and you can use the drop down. You can select the version, obviously because I've already got it installed, I can't select it, but 4.21.2 should be there for you. So that's just how to install that, because I didn't actually cover that in the other tutorials I did for the previous game and for Ride 3. Didn't show you how to actually install the Unreal Engine, just sort of assume that you'd be able to do it yourself. But there you go, that's how you do it if you didn't know how, so just minimise that for now. So open up the Ride downloaded from Race Department's the modding tools, so just extract that to your desktop or whatever. I know most people probably don't do stuff on the desktop, but for the sake of tutorials it's a bit easier. So I'll just make a new one, a new folder on the desktop. Let's call it tutorial. I'm typing very slowly, don't know why. So you open up the modding tools folder that you've extracted, and you'll see there's an export bit and an import in game. So I think I accidentally left this. Yeah, I've accidentally left this as Ride 3 because I modded the Ride 3 path. So that's a bit of a disappointment. I didn't mean to do that. But the path is for Motogp 19. It's the same thing. It's just Motogp 19 instead of Ride 3, but I probably will do that to change that actually. So what you're going to want to do is you want to open umodel.exe here. It might come up with sort of like smart screen saying you can't run it. You just have to press yes. It'll ask you path to game file, so you want to press these three little dots, and you want to go to C, Program Files x86, and you want to go down to Steam, and then C Maps, Common, and then Motogp 19 here, and inside of that Motogp 19 again, and Content and Packs. That's what you want to go to. So there you go. Then you want to click this little box here, Override Game Detection. Select on this drop down Unreal Engine 4, obviously because it's in Unreal Engine 4. And in this one over here you want to select Unreal Engine 4.21. This allows the program to know which version this particular game runs, obviously because it's a generic program just for any Unreal Engine, it's not just for Motogp games. So you press OK. That comes with all this, so it'll open it up. So let's say we want to edit, let's edit Vinales, and we'll put the number 20 on his bike of Quattraro, just to show you. So you want to go to, you want to find that. Obviously I know where that is, but other bikes you have to find. So you have to go to Graphics, Vehicles, Bikes, Cat 01. That's MotoGP. Actually, I'll just quickly run through. So Cat 01 is MotoGP, Cat 02 is Moto2, Cat 03 is Moto3. I think Cat 04 is Red Bull Rookies. Cat 05 is Moto E, I believe. Cat 06 is the 2-stroke 500s, and Cat 07 is the 4-strokes, the 990 4-strokes and 800s as well. And I think there is a couple of thousands in there as well. The Yamaha is 104, I believe. So you want to click that, and then if you want to check which bike it is, go to skeletal mesh and then double click the chassis 104. You can see Quattro's bike loaded up, which means we are on the Yamaha folder. If you want to bring back up that sort of like directory thing we were in before, just press O on the keyboard and it brings this back up again. So if you want to go to textures, and then is Viñales 2? Yeah, so just double click it and you can see Viñales is 02. So what you want to go to here is tools and export current object. And you'll see inside of this export folder from earlier, it's made one called UModel export now. So that's all we need for UModel. I am just changing one texture, so it might not look that great in game, but you know, this is just to show you how it works. So that's all fine now. So go back to the Motogp modding tools from before and go to. Actually, no, we don't need to go there yet. So for the export, so I'll just show you that. Look, has in fact exported the texture. So it's the same path as before. Look, asset, graphics, vehicles, bikes, cat 001, chassis 104, textures. You can see the livery 02. So if we open this in like paint.net or something similar, you can see I've already made the texture ready for it. But you can see we've opened up the Viñales. So just make any changes you want to it, which I'm just going to quickly do now. Just paste in the skin I made earlier, and then you just want to go File, Save. I'll ask you this. It's a TGA format, so you don't have to use Paint.net. You can use Photoshop, probably GIMP as well. I'm not 100% sure on any others, but I think they're like these are the main three programs people use, you know, sort of to edit things. I think most people use Photoshop, but I use Paint.net just because I'm just a bit more familiar with Paint.net, to be honest. So okay, but anything that opens a TGA file should work, although I've only ever tried Paint.net and Photoshop, so I don't know how the others work. So once you've edited that, just leave this. Obviously, that's the one I opened from before. So now we've now modded our texture. Well, we've exported the texture and we've made the edits to the texture that we want to. So now go to this tutorial folder, and probably what you want to do is now you want to go back to the Motogp modding tools, then import in game, and just copy all of this over to the tutorial folder. So there's Motogp 19, repack command, you know, all this stuff. And now, probably want to make it in the tutorial folder, make another folder, file new, folder, just call it Unreal Project. You don't have to do this, it's just to keep it a bit more sorted out. So then that's where we will be putting our Unreal editor. So now you want to open the Unreal Engine 4.21 that we downloaded earlier and installed. It'll take a second or two to open that up. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long, obviously because we have the Epic Games Launcher open already, so it shouldn't take too long. But it will take a few seconds. Reason why I decided to make this folder is because you have to save the Unreal project, and I just find it easier to keep it separate from everything else. It's easier to not get overwhelmed than if, especially if you, obviously in this scenario we're only editing one file, so it's not going to take very long. But let's say if you edit in several files, sometimes you could get a bit confused. It's just easier to, keep everything nice and organised. If you stick to the same structure all the time as well, which is what I tend to do, you learn it and you forget things a bit less. So we're at 50% initialization right now. So sorry, it's taken a while. It just tends to do. On the first boot of the day of the program, it always takes longer for some reason. So 55. Now we're up to 70, 71, 72, 79, 83. So it's jumping from 84, 85. So it'll be open in a second, and then we get to make the new project. So yeah, once again, make sure this is 4.21.2. So I'll open up. So I'll just put this into full screen. But if you want to keep it in minimized screen, that's fine. So you want to go to new project here, and this will probably be like this for you. It'll say with starter content. So just click this and go no starter content because you don't want that. Then you want to click these three little dots here because this is where you're going to put the directory. So we want it on the desktop, tutorial, and Unreal projects where we want it. Select folder. And you call it whatever you want. We'll just call it tutorial just for the sake of it. It's a bit easier then, isn't it? And create project. again it'll initialize a little bit. It shouldn't take quite as long as it did to open up. See, we're already racing through. And it should be. It says discovering asset data, even though we didn't put the starter content on there. It's a little bit weird, but that's not. I do find this Unreal Engine is a little bit weird sometimes, but it should put it. Yeah, see, look, it's finished now. So go back to the tutorial, not the tutorial, sorry, the modding tools folder. And go back to where it said export. So let's go umodel export game, and then just grab this assets file, just drag it in to the Unreal Engine, and you can see now we've got the same structure created as we had before. So we've got content, assets, graphics, vehicles, bikes, cat 001, chassis 104, textures, and then you can see delivery 2. If we double click it, so that's the modded texture we had earlier. We've put the number 20 on instead of the number 12. So what you want to go do now is file, save all, and that's obviously it'll take a bit longer if you're using more than one file, but for me it's only one file. And then you want to go file, cook content for Windows, and it'll start this little procedure down here. This will take, well, it depends on the amount of files. It'll probably only take like about 30 seconds for this, because it is only one file. Plus if you're editing 10 or something, it could take up to 5 minutes. It does sometimes take a while, but obviously you only have to do it the first time you're making the mod. See there, it is now done, so we can actually close this, and should be all alright. So then what you want to do now is go to the Unreal Engine, or the Unreal project file, tutorial, saved, cooked, Windows no editor, and obviously because it's called tutorial, it's in tutorial, and you want to get this content file, right click it, press copy, and then you want to go back to the root of the tutorial folder, and into Motogp 19, and just right click, paste. And there we go. See, once again the same folder structure as before has been created. You can see livery 002 _ D. That's got its 3 files. So then if we go to the root of the tutorial folder again, repack command, double click it, and it should make a pack file here. I have had it in the past where people have said they've got issues with that and it doesn't do it. I don't know how to fix that. If you've installed it correctly, if you've installed Python correctly, should be no issue with that. So I don't know. I can't fix the problem if it's just something you've done wrong. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know what it is because I've never done it myself. So yeah, but now we have got this pack folder created. We can rename it to anything. You can put anything you want here on the X. So we'll just call it tutorial. I'm typing really slow. I don't know why I'm typing one-handed, but that's what I was doing for whatever reason. So then you want to just copy this file, and you want to go to, if you remember the directory we went to earlier, so it's C. So if we find Windows C, so it's program files like x86, and then Steam. Where's Steam? There's Steam. Steam apps, common, Motogp 19, content, packs. And then you just want to right click, paste it in, and then now it is time we can run the game and see if it has worked. Right, so we're loading into the game now, so we'll just quickly check. Sorry if it's going to be loud, I'm navigating with my keyboard because I don't need my controller for this video really, so we'll just quickly go check. You don't see instantly like obviously you used to on Motogp 18, where obviously in the menu everything was 3D, so you can see straight away. So we'll go to Vignales, and how do you go to showroom? Is it backspace? It does seem to be backspace. So there you go. Have a look. I don't know how to. Is it the? There it goes. The number keys. So you can see here, he's got the number 20 on his bike. Obviously, you can see the L map or the L file, so has the number 12 on it. But that's just because I don't want to change that for the sake of this video. I just wanted to quickly show off the process. So that is it. And your mod should work in game now. If you've got any other questions, feel free to PM me on Race Department, ask on the tutorial thread, comment on this video. Feel free to answer them. Make sure if it's just not worked, double check the file structure is correct, because the file structure needs to be correct. Although for this video I have actually made it so that it is I kind of changed the tutorial slightly so that the file structure is automatically correct, really, so you don't have to make it yourself. So should be a bit more easy for you. But I hope you have enjoyed that video. If you do want to see some more like sort of modding stuff, do let me know. Feel free to like and subscribe, because I am, I love mods and I always do sort of modding things. There should be a 3D model tutorial at some point coming out. Not 100% sure yet. I've not actually tried with the 3D models, although I believe it's probably going to be the same process as last year. But yeah, without further ado, I'll end off the video. So like I said, I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy modding.